awkward. Hey guys, it's Sharon. Now, you guys have been waiting for these videos for like the longest time. I know, I mentioned it a while that I've been wanting to do this video. Well, I'm finally doing it, and there will be multiple of these types of videos. So basically, I decided to start it now because Valentine's Day is coming up and we're all single. Doesn't mean we're sad, or does it? I don't know, but that's not the point. So basically, you guys always ask me about relationship advice, love advice, and just how to get your crush to like you back, how to get someone's attention, all this stuff, and it's like, listen. It doesn't get easier when you get older, but I'm gonna give you some tips that I've learned as I've gotten older. And you know what? I think it gets worse when you get older, so you can't blame me for what goes wrong in your love life because I can't even blame myself for what goes wrong in my love life anymore. But anyways, if you guys do want to see more love advice relationship videos, give us a thumbs up, comment down which one you want to see next, and of course subscribe so you're around to see it. I also suggest you follow my Instagram and my Twitter because that's where I ask you guys what videos you want to see next, and then I get out here and I make them. I also suggest you follow the Famgram where I post a fan a day on Instagram with your selfie and your caption, so definitely make sure to send those on that account, and of course get some merch if you haven't gotten some. But enough about the plugs, let's jump right into this video. So basically in this video I'm gonna give you some advice on how to get a person to like you back, whether it be your crush, whether it be some cute guy in math class, whether it be the cute girl in your science class, I'm not sure. This is just stuff that catches someone's attention, and these are pretty simple, pretty basic, but I think they're simple yet effective. So let's get into it. I know this is gonna be really cliche, but the number one thing is to be yourself. So I'd rather knock that out of the way than save it for like the last number 10 and be like the most, woo, this is the best one. Because again, it is cliche, but it's so true. Why would you want to start a relationship with someone where you have to portray yourself as someone you're not? Always be yourself. Always make sure you're presenting the best side of you and you completely, because you want the person to like you for who you really are, and you don't want to put on a front for them at all times. And if someone doesn't like you for who you truly are, they're not the one. Don't waste your time. Leave while you can. You don't have to change yourself for anyone ever. Always remember that. Now, the second reason, it's a little bit tricky, but it always works, and that's be around. So there's this law I actually learned about in persuasion and media, and I learned about it in psychology as well, that the more you're around someone, the more attracted to you they become, because you get used to the person, you get used to having them around and used to seeing them, and you start to like them more and more. This I hate that word, you get what I'm trying to say, is called the mere exposure effect. And it's a real thing. It's like the more you're exposed to something, the more you start to like it. But there's a downside to it, and it's called over mere exposure. And if you're around someone too much, it could go wrong and they could start to like you less and less and not like you at all. So always have like a good medium ground when being around someone. Don't be at everything they go to. If you find out he likes soccer games, don't be at every single soccer game. If you find out she likes to go shopping on Wednesdays, don't be there every Wednesday, you know? Like every now and then sprinkle yourself in, remind them that you're there, but don't always be there, if that makes sense. Like just mess around with them a little bit. Now that kind of goes hand in hand with tip number 3, which is join in on the stuff they like to do. So show interest in their interest, but don't fake your interest. If they love basketball, don't act like you know every basketball team and love watching basketball every single night or whatever. Show an interest in it, like start asking questions like what's your favorite team, who's your favorite player, stuff like that. Again, don't fake anything, be yourself, but show an interest in their interest, because it shows you that you care about what they care about and that you're making effort, and that's always nice. Anyone that asks me about like the stuff I like, I always feel awesome. I'm so glad you're interested in something I'm interested in. That's cool. And that's great when someone wants to get to know you. So always do that. Always keep that in mind, but don't fake it. Don't do it. Just don't. Number 4 is dress to impress. Let's be honest. When we are going to be around the person we like, we always want to look our best. So always make sure to do that. Remind them that you are the number 1 hottest person ever, even though you might not be, but all that matters is to yourself that you are. So fake it till you make it. Just saying, dress to impress. Look good. We're all looking good. Life is a runway. Remember that. My 5th tip is probably the most important one other than be yourself, and that's don't overthink it too much. Overthinking kills. Like if you sit there and analyze, well, what does this emoji mean? What does this text mean? He didn't text me today. What does that mean? Just don't. People have lives. People are busy, you know? There's other stuff we get caught up in. If someone likes you, it will shine through eventually. There's this saying that my mom would always tell me, and it's like a Cuban saying, so it's kind of like hard to translate into English, but basically it goes, what is set in your destiny cannot be taken away from you. So if this person is meant to be in your life, it'll happen. So don't stress about it. Stressing kills, overthinking kills, and you're honestly just driving yourself crazy. Let it be, go with the flow, take things nice and slow. Don't overwhelm, don't overthink, don't over anything. Oh man. Number 6 is to keep in touch with them. You don't have to talk to someone every day to get them to like you or to know that you like them. Honestly, it is crazy to talk to someone every day. Like, people have stuff to do, we have lives, we get it if you can't always talk to someone every day. You know, like I talk to my best friend every day, but like that's a different relationship. That's my best friend, that's not someone I'm into or something. So it's nice to keep in touch, like maybe once in a while, like let's say you haven't spoken to them in a couple of days or like maybe in a week or something, or maybe 2 weeks, drop a little text, be like, oh, this made me think of you, or oh, I thought about you, hope you've been well, blah, blah, blah. Like, just let them know that you have your own life and you're doing your own stuff, but every now and then you still think about them and you still want to hear about them. So keep in touch with them, but don't overwhelm and expose yourself, you know? I think this next tip kind of works not only with your crush or this person you like, but with anyone in general, and that's to be fun, be adventurous, and be positive. There's a lot of negative things in like our lives, and especially going on nowadays. So I think it's very important to be positive and remember the good things about life. So if you always have a great outlook, and if you're just a very bubbly person, and you know, you're not pessimistic, I think that's always awesome. And always be fun, because people feed off of what you give them. So what you give is what you get. So if you want a positive response, be positive. Always be that person someone wants to hang out with. Like if someone thinks of having a good time being adventurous or something, have them think of you. I think this one is very important, and I think this is where people tend to mess up. And so I think this one is also very important, and this one is to be confident. Whether you are actually confident or not, fake it till you make it. That's gonna be your comment for today. Hashtag fake it till you make it. Comment that down. I say that because if you know your worth and you know what you deserve and you know what you want and you know what is right for you, no one can take that away from you. As long as you know you, that's all that matters. And then a person that lines up with yourself and like sees that potential in you will come along. Guys, just remember, don't put an effort for people that you don't see putting an effort for you. This is so important. This is like turning into another video now, like, oh my goodness. Self-love is 2018. We're loving ourselves. But anyways, definitely be confident in yourself. Always act like you know you're a queen, you're a princess, you're a king, you're a prince, like always. People love confidence, and it just, again, it leads to a positive person, and it leads to some good energy that you want to have around. And honey, when you're confident, ooh, you make your crushes so nervous, and you're like, oh snap, well, guess I really gotta work now, so keep that in mind. I think this one is very important, and I've noticed like in my past relationships, or like in my past situationships, this one was very important, and it kind of never happened. And I think this is one of the most important steps into building any type of romantic relationship, and that is to be a friend. First and foremost, always be a friend, because at the end of the day, like when you think about it, when you're in a relationship, this person becomes a part of your life, and you can't just look at them as a romantic partner. Like you want them to be a close friend of yours, you want them to be your best friend, because essentially they're gonna have to be a friend if they're around you all the time. So instead of like looking at a person that you like and being like, I want to make them my girlfriend, I want to make them my boyfriend, think about, how do I become a great friend to this person where I could build something genuine and then take it to a romantic level. So I definitely think this is the most important aspect for me right now, especially growing up. Like it's important to be there for people and show them that you actually care versus you just wanting them to make out and cuddle with or something like that, you know? So definitely be a friend. Okay, so this is gonna be my last tip, and this one is honestly pretty obvious and pretty simple, but it's pretty important, and that is to flirt. Let them know you like them without actually having to say it if you don't want to. Flirting is the #1 way to let someone know you're attracted to them. And honestly, like, I don't blame you guys. Sometimes people are very oblivious, so sometimes you gotta like do a little bit more to get them knowing, but like honestly, look, you never know unless you flirt. And if someone brushes it off or doesn't flirt back, there's your sign that they might not be interested. So it's kind of a win-win situation. You know if they like you, and then you know if they don't like you, and you're able to move on. So always flirt. Hello, duh. Give them a little touch when you're talking to them. Not a creepy touch, you know, just a little like, oh, you're so funny, you know, like those cliche stuff. Like, I don't know, send a winky face every now and then. Compliment them. Like, just let them know you're interested if you don't want to flat out say, I'm interested, because I could be married to the person I'm into and I probably wouldn't tell them I'm into them, and I could be married to them, because that's just how some of us are. So flirting is the way to go. And guys, that is how to know if someone likes you back, if they flirt back. But anyways, that's about all my main tips I have. If you guys do want to see more videos like this, definitely give this a thumbs up. Comment down what video you want to see next. I'm thinking about either how to know if someone likes you or what makes people attractive. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. I hope this video did help you guys out and you get your man or you get your girl and you all live happily ever after, or maybe you just move on and find someone else. I don't know. Love is complicated. But if you need a Valentine's for this year, I would gladly be your Valentine's and we will all be each other's Valentines. So Sharbear fam, unite. But anyways, if you guys do want to see more videos, definitely subscribe for more. And with all that being said, I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Something about you turns me to a savage.